financial reports, and organization structure. Assessment report that includes summary of findings, implementation options, and your recommendations. Software initialization. Install and configure KFS Kuali financial system. Installation decisions will be based on the responses to the technical survey completed by campus IT stakeholders. Load Bootstrap data, and I should probably explain what Bootstrap means. Basically, it's the data that comes with Kuali to initialize the initial tables. Load the demo instance with demo data. This will allow you to get started, at least to see some demonstration of the information. Deliver a hosted implementation of KFS ready for rSmart technical consultants to configure and load. Deliver a hosted demo instance of KFS ready for a site visit and campus stakeholders. Our conversion strategy is usually to finalize an organizational structure working with you. Finalize a summary of logic of account numbers, object code levels, and various other types of elements that are important to going from your legacy system to Kuali financials. We can help you with consolidations, provide sample-specific object codes, provide specific object codes to the client. And I should explain what an object code is for those that are functional. You'll understand basically those are your real accounts and your nominal accounts. We'll assign the Kuali financial system numbers to the accounts. So again, like any financial system, you have a chart of accounts that will help you set up. And that can be based off of logic of your previous legacy system migrating over. With one type of proof of concept, we identify around 50 accounts to be set up by the client. These accounts should represent different organizations and different types of financial activities. So we really get a feel for what type of areas you want to look at. Some project accounts would be an example, some your real accounts, your nominal accounts, looking at various types of areas, some areas where you may have some chargebacks for other type of activity, your general fund, maybe your grants and contracts, your capital outlay. We may determine attributes for each of the 50 accounts and help you load those. Review related reference tables, charts and organizations, users and groups, and the chart of account tables to determine which tables to load. And then we'll complete the design specifications with you. Configuration conversion, we load your chart of accounts from a spreadsheet into KFS. We load user master spreadsheet into KFS, load sample accounts into KFS, load beginning balances into KFS, load budgets into KFS. And then you develop a workflow for each account in KFS and user acceptance testing, and then we configure the software loader with basic institutional data. Again, the same type of process for the purchasing accounts payable area, which is referred to as per app. We gather required institutional specific parameters and data. We enter purchasing accounts payable configuration parameters, enter the sample data into reference tables. We set up sampled vendors and buildings. We set up sample purchasing accounts payable users. And we sent purchasing accounts payable modified, configured for evaluation with limited institutional data. Then we provide you with some hands-on evaluation training, customizing the training materials using your data, review Kuali financial system configuration. We conduct maintenance eDoc training. And again, this is a system with electronic documents, workflow, all tied together. Conduct financial training with the eDocs. We conduct GL inquiry training and conduct a per app eDoc training. We help you develop a project plan if this is optional. A lot of these things can be intermixed and optional, so I don't want to make it sound like everything's done the same way each time, but there is a lot of consistency usually, and people usually choose the same options. We conduct a planning workshop, develop project implementation scenario, develop preliminary high-level project plans and a project charter. We develop staffing plans and resource allocation plans. We identify risk and mitigation plans. We develop work breakdown structures. And we assign resource and durations and review the project plan with you. We develop an implementation project plan, and here's a good example of all the things in there. Critical success factors, constraints, assumptions, risks, project organization, and help you with your, define what your tasks, your dependencies, and your resources that you can either apply or will supplement, and the duration for those. rSmart provides comprehensive functional and technical support throughout the project and offers ongoing support options beyond the completion of the project. We set up a new support account, provide an introduction to rSmart support service training, and support portal login information. And I think this is an important part to emphasize here is the support services. rSmart is going to work with you all the way from the beginning of the project for the proof of concept. If you decide to move forward with proof of concept into the project planning and implementation plans to actual support the software and the decisions that you make in that process. So again, it's a different way of approaching this than even from a point that normally what you do is go through your RFP process, choose a vendor, choose a implementation partner, and then support was something that the implementation partner usually didn't provide with you. So rSmart is really trying to cover all bases and will help you support the software we've helped you implement. Here's a common timeline that we go through. And month one, we usually do a kickoff call, initiate the project plan, a technical survey. We assess and fit gap, prepare preparatory reviews, initial calls and site visit, high-level fit gap. We do software installation on our side, initiate the client environment, refer the basic configuration. And again, you'll notice initiate support goes throughout this whole process. Month two is usually conversion strategy, on-site workshop, chart of accounts training, completion of design specifications. And again, that's very common. It depends on what type of proof of concept. Like I mentioned earlier, it could be the 50 accounts, or it could be where we actually write scripts and bring over, all your data from your legacy data. We load the proof of concept. We set the legacy data. We evaluate the training, KFS overview. We use the proof of concept with the loaded data to help train you. And again, this is important because this is going to be your data with your values, with your people, with things that you understand the best that we're training with. In the fourth month, usually we'll do an implementation plan, planning workshop, project charter. In months 5 and 6, depending on how much you go with, we'll be probably doing certain types of plans, and that'll get you going for the future for your go live. The qualifier proof of concept package with Kuali financials includes services and training, on-site evaluation and planning, Kuali financial systems overview and training, or a Kuali workflow overview and training workshop, enhanced software setup and customization, chart of accounts conversion prototyping, custom evaluation environment offering a continuum from simple manual and data entry and focus on chart of accounts to complete data migration through creations of reusable scripts, including chart of accounts, GL, and per app. Again, sometimes we've also gone with added modules like what we call CAMS, the asset management module, and there's actually an AR module too that we work with, and labor ledger. So there are additional modules within 3.0 that we also work with schools carrying out the whole proof of concept. The software support can be hosted, full open source stack, latest Kuali release, and we also work with report generation tools, some open source BI tools, and we go from 3 to 6 months standard support. At this point, I will turn over to Mike.
Great, thank you, Chuck. I appreciate that that review, and I'm just going to spend a few minutes talking about why select rSmart to help with these activities. So